What is up, guys? Joe here, back with another video. Today is Friday, December 3rd, 2021, and Marvell is up over 17% for the day. Marvell just posted an all-time high of 83.59 on the back end of a strong earnings report and increased fiscal guidance for 2022. So Marvell creates custom semiconductors. They produce circuits for the networking industries, data storage, data centers, cloud computing, and even recently automobiles. So Marvell is experiencing a secular trend within the semiconductor space and has seen a massive run this year, along with other notable names such as NVIDA, AMD, Qualcomm, Global Foundries. Marvell did just receive new analyst upgrades, so today we're going to cover some headlines, do some technical analysis, and see why Marvell is a buy recommendation at its current price point. So let's dive in. So if we jump over to FinViz, there are a couple of headlines moving the stock higher. Marvell stock upgraded after earnings. Cowen calls results a watershed quarter. Marvell Technology breaks away from the pack, joining the list of must-own semiconductor stocks. Marvell stock leaps on Q3 report. Goldman upgrades to buy. Marvell stock soars as quarterly results show strength across the board. Marvell Technology stock soared Friday in reaction to a quarterly earnings report that came in above expectations, as did guidance. Marvell stock hit a record high. After the market closed Thursday, chipmaker Marvell reported revenue of $1.21 billion, up 61% from the year ago period. Also, it's the third quarter in a row of accelerating growth. The company reported adjusted earnings of 43 cents a share, up 72%. Results were for its fiscal third quarter ended on October 30th. Plus, it pointed out that data center revenue doubled to $500 million. Marvell stock surged 17.7% to close at 83.59 on the stock market today. For its fourth quarter, Marvell expects revenue of $1.32 billion, above analyst predictions of $1.21 billion. It expects earnings of 48 cents, above its estimates of 42 cents. Marvell is one of the fastest growing large cap semiconductor companies. Meanwhile, several analysts raised price targets on Marvell stock. KeyBank Capital Markets analyst John Veen lifted his targets to 85 from 80. Also, Needham analyst Quinn Bolton raised his price target to 100 from 75. Marvell has made a big transition to data infrastructure product in recent years. These products include networking, compute, and storage semiconductors for cloud data centers. Growth next year is expected to be primarily driven by data centers, 5G applications, and automotive, with enterprise and consumer also expected to grow. We saw great momentum in all 5 of our end markets, with revenue growing both sequentially and year on year. Marvell CEO Matt Murphy said in the conference call, "Our data center, carrier, enterprise networking, and auto industrial end markets all achieved record revenue and performed above guidance." Marvell stock is up 75% this year. So jumping back into FinViz, we do see that we did receive new analyst upgrades on the stock, and Goldman gave it a new buy rating and a price target of $95. Cowen also gave it an outperform rating and a new price target of $100. And we do have the highest price target from Rosenblatt, and they gave it a price target of $120. So looking at the weekly chart, we do see that Marvell has been on its upward rally since the beginning of mid-May, and it has been trending upward ever since. And we do see a well-defined channel within the price range. So this blue line down here would act as support, and this pink line above would act as resistance. And finally, today we did get a breakout to the upside with volume, and it posted an all-time high of roughly $88. So now we can look at it the same way within TradingView. Here's your daily chart. You can grab your trendline tool, and as you can see, Marvell was trading in a well-defined channel. Support can be found down here and resistance above. And every time Marvell was respecting the channel, it would bounce off of support here and bounce off of support here, and above it would get rejected at resistance, rejection here, here, and finally it was able to break through resistance and push higher. So I do expect Marvell to continue pushing higher into new highs, potentially into the triple digits well into 2022. So in order to accurately predict where the stock could be headed next, we can draw some Fibonacci retracement zones in order to accurately plot support and resistance lines. So what you want to do first is zoom out here, and you can grab your Fib retracement tool. So now you want to drop your first anchor at the lowest point of the stock, posted back in March 2022, and the second anchor would be dropped at the highest point of the stock, posted today. So as you can see, Marvell was trading within this range, and that is between the 61% retracement zone and the 78% retracement zone, and it was able to break through resistance here and push higher into the next level of resistance, which is the 100% retracement zone. So now looking ahead, we can draw some Fibonacci extension levels in order to accurately predict where the stock could be headed next after this move. So from here, you can scroll up on the chart. Great, so after this, our next level of resistance would be the 127% retracement zone, and that's a price target of $108.34. And if we're able to break through that, our next level of resistance would be $133.44. And ultimately, if we're able to break through that, our grand level of Fibonacci extension would be the 261 retracement zone, and that's a ultimate price target of $205.98. So now I do think we'll get there eventually, but not in a straight line up. Marvell has had a massive run recently, and you can expect volatility along the way. I do expect it to reach its price targets as the analyst mentioned earlier, but that'll take a couple of months to come to fruition. So I would wait a few days for a minor correction in order for you to buy in, and we can look at our volume profile in order to see what the ideal price level is to buy the dip. So zooming in back on the chart, we do see that our point of control for Marvell was this red line running across, and that's a price of $61.39, and this is where the most volume was traded. And essentially this is a battle between the bears and the bulls to gain control, and ultimately the bulls gained control and we were able to push higher. And the way to read this POC is anything above this trend line is considered bullish, anything below is considered bearish. So if for some reason we do get a correction from these levels and we do trend lower, the ideal price target for you to buy in is the $61 price range. That is where the original point of control is, and that is where a lot of investors are piling in. Just looking at these volume nodes, you see this is where the most demand is. The higher the bars, the higher the demand. So I am bullish on the name. I don't think Marvell would reach this level. You do have to keep an eye on it. You should set some price alerts on your app or your exchange in order to get notified when Marvell takes a small dip. I think this is a great company with great fundamentals and a promising roadmap. Marvell is one of my top picks for 2022, along with other semiconductor names such as NVIDA and AMD. You can't go wrong owning this name, and we can easily double from this price point well into 2022. So I highly recommend you buy this name. It is a long-term hold, and it would provide you with great value within your portfolio. And lastly, if we notice the RSI down here, we did surpass the 70 point mark, and that does indicate a bit of overbought levels, but I'm not too afraid that it's overbought. I do think that it might trend down for a bit, maybe back to the 50 point level, and that again would be an indication for you to buy in. So keep an eye out on that. Be quick, be nimble. So let me know what you think of Marvell. What do you think about their products, their new semiconductors that are being offered? Do you think they're making the right moves? Let me know in the comment section. Anyways, I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.